Why saxophone? To begin with, I'm the youngest of 5 in my family of 2 brothers, 2 sisters, all of which are musically inclined. So because of this also made accessible many instruments. And not only that my brothers and sisters were playing, but also have a host of cousins and friends of theirs that also play as well. So I had brief flirtations with various members of the rhythm family, like piano, drums, electric guitars, bass, conga drums, various percussions and all that, the whole shot. So as a result, was able to make a, informed decision that obviously I didn't want to, play something that a member of my family had already played. Enter, I guess you could say at this point, my mom's chores came into the fray, because every time she would do her chores, most of the time she would have jazz, station playing, and it seemed like mainly vocalists were, her fave, at least back in her day, like Billie Holidey, Carmen Macrae, Billy Ekstайн, people of the like, Sara Voggan stuff. So the vocalists would be singing, sing the regular verse and whatnot. And all of a sudden I'd hear this sound, that was just very complimentary to whatever the vocalist had just did, or during the time that the vocalist was, singing the verse and whatnot. And I dug it, and the questions started basically forming then, like, what was that? Oh, that's a saxophone, So first I heard the saxophone. This is even before I had, formally seen one. So then afterwards I asked, what does the saxophone, pretty much look like? So that question was answered when I started seeing various album covers. Back in the day, had album covers that were like this. You could hold on to them, and they had nice large pictures and stuff. Not like today with CD jackets that have shrink wrap on them and labels where you can't see, the artwork until you pull everything off and buy it. So I saw my first saxophone, which pretty much was like a very ornate Selmer Mark VI or something like that. It was like, wow. Look at all the engraving, and it looked like cats sitting up there with the cool pose and stuff, or they were playing, had that mean look on their face. So, saw the saxophone. So, second stage. On television, there was a 1950s revival show that was called Sha Na Na, in which there was this large guy named Lenny that played all the saxophones on there. So I kind of gravitated towards him, other than the cool cats like Bowser and Santini and, all them dudes. But Lenny was the dude that did it for me, because he had saxophones and he was basically cool and stuff, Played all the solos, like on Charlie Brown's Speedo and all them. Anyway, so I see it in action now. And I think the coup de grace was basically when my oldest brother's friend and bandmate, Charles Green, moved in with us. And he's a saxophonist. So he had his saxophones, flute, clarinet, he brought to the house with him. So at any given time, I would sneak up and, started looking at them. So here they are, in my hand. So it happened in stages where I was exposed to the saxophone. And I'm glad that it happened that way, because I have a deeper sense of belonging to it. I felt that the instrument chose me. I didn't choose it, and it happened in those stages, as opposed to it being given to you and you're not really admiring it. I mean, there's some mileage in the relationship that was forged between myself and the saxophone.